I'm in the music video of the Get Up by Blanco Brown. Don't do the two-step and a cowboy boogie. Grab your
Oh
sweetheart and
yeah, I
spin
know that.
around.
I wanna have a look. I wanna have a look right
Oh
now.
my God, you're a TikToker?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah, my name's Abe. I was a music producer. I don't know if you listen to like rap or hip hop or anything like that, but if you do, maybe I've produced for somebody you know. If you know, like those are artists here in Atlanta, and so I was able to produce for them. And then I took a break from that, and I was a Twitch streamer. Not sure if you're familiar with Twitch. It's a live
Yes,
streaming
very
platform.
familiar.
Cool. Yeah, so I became a partnered Twitch streamer in like 3 or 4 months of streaming, which is like a pretty fast time frame to get partnered.
Oh, for sure.
I was at like 12K or so followers and maybe like 1,000 concurrent viewers at my peak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like I think it's what most people would probably consider like a mid-sized Twitch stream, like not small but not big.
Mm.
Definitely not big.
How did you grow it?
Um, Man, you wanna know something that's funny? Very few
What?
people ever ask that question. So you've
Why?
got so good on you for catching that. Yeah. So I won't bore you with all of the details, but it was a couple of key things. So Twitch is a little annoying compared to other platforms because you don't really get true organic discovery,
Yeah.
like on YouTube and stuff like that, which fucking sucks. I can't believe they still don't have that. It's really crazy. They still don't have that. You know that? They still don't really
Yeah, that's
push
crazy.
anyone. But they did actually, funny enough, I joined Twitch like right after they released Clips, or pretty soon after they released Clips. So Clips was their like new product that lets you any user, any viewer can like click one button and clip the last like 30 seconds to a minute or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, um, so so it was a couple of things. So like that was just that's just to set like the scene. So this is like 2016, 2017-ish time
Yeah.
frame wise. So Twitch was growing a lot at this time. So I hopped on a new game, right? So I was playing Clash Royale, which was new at the time. It's like a mobile game. You play it on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
phone.
And
Okay.
another one.
Okay, yeah. So I was big in Clash. So one, it was a new game. Two, I was good at the game. Three, I was more entertaining or I had more personality than most of the other streamers in that category.
Mm.
The real secret sauce, though, because I can tell you all about like I had a Discord server and I like had that Discord server upvote like a Reddit post of one of my clips, and so then I made it to the front page of Reddit, and then that made me viral, and then that got reposted by Supercell, and that got reposted by Twitch. I can tell you all that stuff, but the real, honest to God, like the thing that is more useful than anything else is just not starting at zero. That's like the biggest thing. I swear to God, because if you start at zero viewers, if you're starting with one or two viewers, like you will never fucking grow as a Twitch streamer. You'll just never grow. So you have to find a way to get that initial 10 to 20 viewers that are actually Twitch watchers, not like your friends. You have to find 10 to 20 current members of a Twitch community. So what was my strategy? My strategy was not a big streamer, another mid-sized streamer who had about 200 concurrent viewers. He would go offline, and he had like his own little thing that he ran. He ran like a kind of giveaway tournament thing or whatever the case is, right? And so I literally DM him, and I was like, hey, let me like, you know, so many people want to play this even when you go offline, like I'll run it for you, and like host me or whatever. And so he would. And so he would host me with like 100, 200 people every time. Almost all of them fucking left, right?
Yeah,
so it's like 90, 80% leave immediately. But that 20% was everything. That was it. So it was just literally like that start. And then what happens? Now I have 20 followers. So now when the whole game on Twitch is hosting. So now when I have 20 followers at the end of my stream, I can shift my 20 followers to someone else. And what does that do? Relationship building. Cold. It's like it goes from it's exactly happening here. Like cold. I swear to God, his brother is fucking cold outreach. I'm literally, hey, here's my 20 followers, and now I've given you something, law of reciprocation and all that shit.
Yeah.
And so now they're more likely, and whatever the case is. And then of course, all the basic stuff applies. Learn how to stream, get a good webcam, fucking, learn what good content is, try to be entertaining, try to understand what viewers want. I switched the content a couple of times, but like I said, those are all the fucking details. The important thing is like figure the fuck out how to not start at zero. Not starting at zero is the cheat code. If you can find a way into a community, if you can find a way to collaborate, if you can find that, you know, it's just like what does everybody say in business all the time? It's like everyone's like, go get a fucking mentor. Yeah. If you have a mentor, it's 20 fucking times easier. It's like not even like, you know what I'm saying? If you just try to do it with no one around, it's almost impossible. So anyways, sorry for that tangent, but I'm so glad.
Interesting.
No one ever asks about Twitch, and then like that was like one of the things I was like, you know, most proud of, because 4 months to get partnered is quite quick. For most Twitch streamers, and this was before they had it set up the way they do now, because back then you just had to fucking like send Twitch an email basically and just be like, hey, can I get money? And then they just randomly decided like, yeah, I guess. And so anyways, so that introduced me to the whole idea of influencer marketing and influencer management. So then I kind of got into that. I have a really big success story. I grew somebody from 0 to 7 million followers on TikTok in about 18 months or so, completely organic. I mean, there was money spent. Yeah, there was money spent, but it wasn't ever. I never spent on like followers or anything like that. I didn't even spend any direct money on collaborations. We spent indirect money on collaborations because it's like sometimes we had to fly to LA to work with big TikTokers and shit like that. But so money was spent, but it wasn't like we never paid for a collab, which I was quite happy with. Not that I'm against it. I think it's actually a great strategy if you can get it to work. But yeah, anyways, so that was a big deal. And then I ended up marketing a bunch of music songs. There's a song that I'm in the music video of, a couple songs I'm in the music video of that I helped market as well. And you know, from my music production days and stuff. One was called "The Get Up" by Blanco Brown. It's a song that goes like, "Don't do the two-step in a cowboy boogie, grab your sweetheart and spin around." Yeah, I mean, I can. Yeah, you could look at the timestamp, but like I think I'm at like 2:14, 2 minutes 14 seconds in.
I'm gonna have a look right now.
Oh my god, don't do it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Keep talking.
No. Oh god, I've
What's it
really
called?
screwed myself. It's called "The Get Up." The GIT up. Yeah, Blanco Brown.
GIT up.
Yeah, I got a cowboy hat in that video. Anyways,
wait, what did you say? 2:14 to.
Let me double check. If you're gonna look it up, let me at least make sure you're not having to scroll around too much. But anyways, so that was all a result of TikTok marketing, being really early to TikTok, and that.
So I was actually TikTok on myself. I don't really tell people, but I've got close to 2 million followers. Yeah.
You're a TikToker?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, but I don't make any money from it, so it's in the back banner. Oh, I think I found you.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I see.
Did you actually see me?
Yeah.
That's
2
hilarious.
2 minutes 36 seconds.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was a little. Yeah, yep. That's funny as fuck. Anyways, that's crazy because I just found you through YouTube. Through the cold calling vids. Anyways.
Yeah, this is a new thing for me. So.
Wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah, I haven't done TikTok for like two years now. But you know, I can easily break like 1 million views, but it doesn't equate to anything because I'm in Australia, so we don't get the creativity beta program, which means I get zero monetization.
Dude. First of all, the creator fund is ass anyways. So
no, not the creator fund, the creativity beta program. I think it's coming out of beta, so it'll just be called the creativity program. But it's approximately for every 1 million views, you get about $1,000 roughly. Oh, USD. So even more in Australia. But the videos have to be over a minute long.
That's actually quite good considering TikTok views are quite a bit easier to get than YouTube views. That's actually not that bad. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I remember when the creator fund came out, it was like
creator fund is dog shit, yeah.
Yeah,
not that I ever got any money from that either, but
no, it's okay. We saw some creator fund payouts and we were just like, this is nothing. This means absolutely nothing to us. But anyways, I'm gonna come back to that point. That's very interesting. Anyways, let me just get to the fucking point. Okay, so that's some shit. I did some shit. I fucking helped some people do some stuff. Marketing and personal branding is mostly what I do. I help people with personal branding and shit. But I'm not here to sell you anything, or really talk about any of that. I'm actually here because I think we're kind of on a little bit of a similar path where I'm kind of getting more serious about business specifically rather than like I guess like the adjacent skills
Mm.
um of like content creation or like knowing some parts of marketing or like specifically for me it's like honestly if I'm being like really transparent it's like I pretty much only understand like organic content and influencer marketing. Like I've run paid ads and things like that before, but you get what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been into so many of these fucking I've paid for so many of these like different courses and things like that. And sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're a bit shit. Um, it really just depends on who's. There's just so many people I don't get good vibes from. I just wish like Alex Hermosi or someone like that had like a comprehensive fucking paid course or something, and I would just be like, okay, cool, I can just do this.
He's
Don't know.
I don't know much about it, but I know he's doing some sort of collaboration with school, which means that he has
And
a community on there. I just don't know anything about what he's putting on there.
And I don't, and actually, if anything, that actually makes me like a little odd. I don't know how I feel about Sam Ovens. I didn't look into him much.
Who's
I
Sam
know a lot of
Ovens?
people. Sam Ovens is the guy who owns School,
Oh, okay, I don't know.
and
No,
he was
no.
like one of the original guys. He owned another cute domain name. He owned consulting.com
Oh,
and sold a course. And I knew some guys who like took his course and then they sold like a credit program. You know how the early course days have been like with like here in my garage, I'll make $1 million and do fucking nothing. And yeah, though I don't know, man. I think it's a weird space. It's like half the guys are legit. I don't know.
mm.
Half the guys legit is probably too much, but
Yeah.
some guys are legit. Some guys are very not legit, and there's a lot of not legit guys. Anyways,
Have you heard
all that
of
aside,
Jordan Platten?
I just recently heard about Jordan Platten.
Yeah, I
Actually,
like
that's
him.
so interesting.
He seems
Okay, cool.
pretty
He
legit.
seems
Obviously, he has a
legit.
course, but he doesn't really promote it necessarily. It's more just like, oh yeah, I have a course. Anyway, to the video, and then he
Yeah,
just
I don't. Yeah,
gives
I
free advice.
genuinely don't mind people having a course.
Mm.
I'm all for that. Actually, I think it's great. It's
He
just
also
yeah, it's
also
just hard. It's just hard to know if you're gonna get usable information or not. That's
yeah,
like the big thing for me.
also Charlie Morgan as well.
Oh yeah, Charlie Morgan is fantastic.
Yeah, I like
He's
Charlie.
on point.
Yeah, yeah.
Charlie's great. I don't. I think, and also very interesting that YouTube is now promoting that style. Some people, I noticed it early on with I don't know if you know who Sam Sulik is. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
bodybuilder. Okay, yeah. So Sam obviously popped off like crazy, and so I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So we're going back to like long form vlogs, I guess.
Mm.
And then I saw Charlie Morgan's videos, and I was like, yeah, we're definitely back to long form
Yeah.
vlogs because he's
It,
fucking doing zero
it's
editing
like,
and
do you
just
know Joel Kaplan?
yeah, dude. I'm literally fucking talking to Joel Kaplan right now about his program.
Are you gonna buy
He
it?
literally just DM'd me. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure
Mm.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's really interesting to me is that Joel puts a lot of effort and stuff into his thumbnails, his titles, all that kind of shit. But they don't really get many views, even though the content I feel like is pretty up there, right? And then in
Okay.
comparison, you have Charlie Morgan, who's just starting to figure it out, and he's like doing worse and worse thumbnails, and they're getting more and more views. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely in waves. I think that like a lot of it. I don't know how much of it is really the algorithm or not the algorithm. I mean, we've seen so many different iterations. I mean, I used to understand the Instagram algorithm like kind of well when I was like growing and selling meme pages and shit. That was also like a phase. That's why my at name is Geniuses, because it's just like the last of like the at names that I had that like didn't really
Mm.
sell for much. I think I got some offers for like $1,000 or something, which is okay, but it's none of like the really really good ones. Like I know the dude who owns like at rap, you know,
Really?
like just at rap. I know the dude who owns
Really?
at humor. Like just things like
Wow.
like okay yeah like
One word,
and
yeah.
those guys are like yeah I'm like okay well fucking all right whatever. Um, but yeah, I was gonna say I think that part of it, and this is actually kind of interesting because we're not super far apart, but we're like half a decade apart in age. You're quite a bit younger.
You
But I do
30?
think that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that quite a few people are getting tired of that like overproduced feeling.
Mm,
And like then we're now going back to like we don't want to feel like we're being sold to. It's a lot nicer to get. It's almost more relaxing to
mm,
watch those long form non-edited videos. For some reason it doesn't feel like your brain is working. When I watch Charlie's talking about some pretty legit shit and some of his stuff, and he's actually going into a fair amount of depth. Like he was fucking talking about like Hegel's dialectic and like how cause and effect is like the nature of everything in like the world. Like some honestly some philosophical concepts,
yeah,
but it didn't feel straining to watch. Where
yeah,
on
yeah,
some other stuff, it's like they're pumping you with information and being like, you have to, do this and do this and do this and make sure that your Shopify site has all these fucking whatever the fucks, and you're like, okay, whatever. You need you're processing zero of it. Anyways, um, the thing I was trying to consult with you about
yeah.
10,
Nice.
15, 20 minutes into the fucking conversation,
Oh, it's been interesting
is
so far, you know? I think it's good.
thank you, thank you. Um, is I actually genuinely just wanted to learn either like whatever process you're running for your clients and just pay you to teach me. So literally just like Hermosi style, just like let me see how you run an ad.